Six Flags currently owns 15 amusement parks. As of early 2020, I've been fortunate enough to visit all of them except Frontier City. So today, I want to rank my favorite Six Flags parks that I've visited. I decided to not only rank the parks as a whole, but I also decided to rank how the 14 parks compare to each other in 4 key categories for me: roller coasters, non-coasters, operations, and atmosphere. Atmosphere will also incorporate theming. And I also decided against food because the parks are pretty similar in that area. Number 14, Great Escape. This park is incredibly charming. The Ghost Town area and Storytown in particular stand out. They feel like something you'd find at an independent park. But where this park suffers is in the coaster lineup. I really like the Comet, but none of the other coasters stand out. The park does have a strong flat ride collection though, anchored by Blizzard, the super fast indoor scrambler, and the Raging River Rapids ride is pretty good too. Number 13, Ronde. This park narrowly edged out Great Escape because of Goliath, one of the best B&M hypercoasters out there, and I really like the park's flat ride collection. But the coaster lineup quickly thins out and the water ride collection consists of only a Shoot the Chutes ride. But the real reason this park sits so low are the operations. I kid you not, but it took me 2 hours to enter the park. 2 hours. And that was just the tip of the iceberg for the glacial operations throughout the day. Number 12, Six Flags Darien Lake. Recently reacquired by Six Flags, Darien Lake has a very good hypercoaster and ride of steel, and my front row ride in Predator was surprisingly good last year. But the coaster lineup isn't super deep, and this park has the weakest flat ride collection of any Six Flags park. I think the operations and atmosphere of this park are towards the bottom as well, but one positive is that this park still has Fascination, one of the best theme park games in the world. Number 11, Six Flags America. If you want to see what a soulless park looks like, visit Six Flags America. This park is just flat out ugly and it feels dead, although the latter does guarantee no lines. However, this park does have a solid ride lineup anchored by Superman Ride of Steel, Wild One, and Joker's Jinx. The park also has some nice flats in Voodoo Drop and Wonder Woman. Number 10, Six Flags St. Louis. This is a heavily wooded park with a collection of good coasters. I really like Screamin' Eagle, American Thunder, Boss, Mr. Freeze, and Batman. It's just missing that signature steel coaster that makes you want to travel across the country to ride it. I did find the non-coaster lineup lacking as well. Superman Tower of Power was the only real standout in that area. Excalibur probably would have been fun, but it was sitting in pieces during my visit. Number 9, Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. If this park had good operations, it would be so much higher. But every time I visit, rides open late, and they only run one train on pretty much everything. I love Joker, and Medusa is one of the better B&M loopers, but what really makes this park unique are those animal exhibits. You almost forget you're in an amusement park if you spend enough time in the back of the park, because the animal exhibits rival a zoo. Number 8, Six Flags New England. My home park is one of the best top 2s of any park with Superman and Wicked Cyclone, but the rest of the park is pretty average. The coaster lineup, while plentiful, thins out pretty quickly. And the only water ride is Blizzard River. But the park does have a solid flat ride collection in Harley Quinn, Sky Screamer, Scream, and Cyborg. Plus, operations seem to improve every year that I visit, and the park has a great location on the Connecticut River. Number 7, Six Flags Mexico. This is one of the most beautiful Six Flags parks. I cannot believe how well taken care of this park is, and how much detail they put in the queue lines on their major attractions. Take Medusa, for example, which has a crooked house queue, or Joker, which has a funhouse queue. The coaster lineup has 2 standouts in Medusa and Superman, but the ride lineup does thin out pretty fast in my opinion. Dispatches are also pretty quick at this park, but you have to be careful when you visit because there's a chance they're only going to run one train and things. Number 6, Six Flags Over Texas. The original Six Flags park is one of the all-around strongest parks in the chain. New Texas Giant is an airtime machine, and the rest of the coaster lineup supports the signature attraction quite well. You also have a very strong flat ride collection with a massive Sky Screamer, Superman Tower of Power, and Riddler Revenge. And you also have some great dark rides in Yosemite Sam's Gold River Adventure and Justice League. The only real operational quirk about this park is that they do not allow single riders in the back row of any coaster. Number 5, Six Flags Great America. This park has a very deep coaster lineup. I visited before Max Force opened, but I love the B&Ms and especially the RMC and Goliath. The non-coasters also have a few standouts like Giant Drop, Justice League, and the Log Flumes. One of the best things about this park is that several major rides have single rider lines to help you out on busier days. Number 4, Six Flags Over Georgia. Twisted Cyclone and Goliath are a great top 2, but the coaster lineup goes pretty deep with Mindbender, Batman, Superman, Daredevil Dive, and Georgia Scorcher. The park also has a deep non-coaster lineup with Acrophobia, Monster Mansion, Justice League, Sky Screamer, and some water rides. Plus, this is among the nicer looking Six Flags parks. Number 3, Six Flags Magic Mountain. The coaster lineup carries this park. It's one of the best coaster parks in the world for a reason. Twisted Colossus and X2 are two of my favorite coasters anywhere, but you also have other great coasters like Tatsu, Full Throttle, West Coast Racers, Riddler's Revenge, and Batman. Even beyond the coasters, you have one of the best drop towers in the world in Lex Luthor and a full lineup of water rides. But where this park suffers is the operations department. It's almost guaranteed something will be down when you visit, and I get this park is open every day, so they have to take things down for maintenance. But what bothers me is there's no warning on the website like what other parks do. And you either need to visit in the summer when it's packed to have the rides running at max efficiency, or you need to go in the off-season when it's one train ops, which will lead to very slow dispatches. Number 2, Six Flags Great Adventure. Even before Jersey Devil, this park had one of the best coaster lineups in the world with El Toro, Nitro, King Ka, and the B&M Loopers. It also has the chain's best non-coaster lineup. You have 2 water rides, the world's tallest drop tower, the world's tallest frisbee, Justice League, and a full safari. Plus, this park has some of the chain's best operations. The most notable to me is how this park is willing to ignore all temperature recommendations and run things in sub-freezing temperatures at Holiday in the Park. And speaking of Holiday in the Park, it looks absolutely gorgeous that time of year. Number 1, Six Flags Fiesta Texas. I mean this as a compliment, but this park looks way too nice to be a Six Flags park. That rock quarry backdrop is absolutely gorgeous, and every area in this park has some nice theming. Plus, it has an amazing ride lineup anchored by Iron Rattler and Wonder Woman. Those 2 coasters are world class. But beyond that, you have Superman, Batman, Goliath, and Poltergeist that are quite good as well. Plus, you have 2 awesome water rides, some good flats, and a shockingly good in-house dark ride. So that's how I rank the Six Flags parks. Do you agree with my list? I'd love to hear your thoughts about the Six Flags parks down below. Thanks for listening and look forward to more countdowns here at Canopy Coaster.